Hey y'all, it's your girl Starr Kraziness, and I'm coming to you with another review of Little Women ATL. So this video goes out to one of my new subbies. Hey girl, Honeybee 1226. She subscribed to me a couple of days ago, saying I'm hilarious. Thank you, girl. And she loved my reviews, and she wants to see my review on love and hip hop. Oh hell, scratch that out my mind. Little Women ATL. So this one is for you, girl. So let's go ahead and get into it. So it's Little Women ATL season 2, episode 3, Beach Bound. Okay, so we start off the episode with Amanda, well, the twins, and Minnie. Is it Minnie? Wants her parents' apartment. Well, I got Minnie in here. She said, okay, yeah, okay. I got sidetracked for a minute because I'm like, she in this scene? Yeah, she is. Okay. So, the twins, they want to do a little decoration in their, I forgot which twin it was, but she wants to paint her apartment. She wanted to add a little new flavor on it, okay, because it was looking a little dull. So, she and her sister got into, I didn't even know what they call it. Basically we won't get no paint on you, and it was too big for them. They so small, but I thought it was cute. So they go ahead and do their thing. Then Minnie come in. So Minnie just go ahead and tell them what happened with Juicy, and of course you know how I got on Mama Bell, and she's still acting up, y'all. She's still acting up. We just gonna get on that because I'm gonna have to get on her, but yeah, she's still acting up. So she just goes to say, I first addressed Juicy on a situation, and my mama had gotten into it. They had some words, and then my mama just picked up the plate and threw it on her or whatever, wrench and all. And she gonna have a nerve to say, my mama threw that wrench on you because your hair needs some conditioning with that raggedy. I'm like, Girl, you better be lucky you was put together today. You better be lucky you was put together on that scene. Because I was feeling your little hair and your little bow, your little dress. You better be lucky. You better be. Okay? You rocking it this season. Because I definitely don't know what you was doing last season with your dressing. Okay? But anyway, they was like, oh, for real? Yeah, girl. And stuff like that. So then they, they asked about, did she tell Pastor Troy about this miscarriage, and she was like, no, I don't know how to really tell him, because when I was going to tell him that last time, it wasn't really a right time. Could believe me, because all he was worried about was his I gotta go on tour, I gotta finish this song fiasco. And I'm like, what the heck? If you seen that video, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm like, sit your ass down for you catch a cramp. Okay. So she said she gonna tell him no, which she did. So in that whole scene right there, we just gonna wait to get into that, because I was just totally lost with the whole situation. Because now dudes, when they be saying stuff, I'm like, are you trying to speak to me in code? Like, tell me what you really trying to say. Don't tell me this and tell me that. Damn, it gets on my nerves, I'm telling you. Okay, so then we get to Miss Juicy, baby. Come to find out, she is a personality host on Ricky Smiley's show, as well as she said she do some other stuff around there. And I'm like, okay, I finally know what you do, because at first I was clueless on what you was doing, because you said you was on the radio. I'm like, well, who? What station? Let me find out. But then she did her little thing with the Brett. I guess they was doing something like ad-libbing something on the station, and she did that, and she was like, I gotta go handle some other business. So then we meet her little PR team she got going on. They basically telling her, look, we got this event out there in South Carolina, Myrtle Beach, and it's so crazy because I was out there, I want to say last year. It was fun. I really enjoyed myself. Hey girl, hey Danielle, it's my best friend, we went or whatever. But great time. And they was telling her how she's gonna be hosting some event down there for Bike Week, and she's like, okay, all right, I like this and stuff. And they was like, well, you need to bring some entertainment. And the first thing she said, oh, I got some entertainment, I'm gonna bring my girls. I'm like, okay, so How are you gonna tell them I'm gonna need you for some entertainment? So basically, she just kicked it in like it's a vacation, it's a girl week, not telling them they're gonna be probably doing something for something. Okay, and I'm like, watch Miss Juicy, baby. Okay. Anyway, so we get off that, and then we get to Pastor Troy and Minnie. So Minnie just go ahead and say, look, I got some news to tell you. What's going on? I can't have the baby anymore. I think I had a miscarriage. He's like, what? Damn, Minnie. For real? Yeah, man, for real. And she was like, yeah, you know, I didn't know how you was going to take it or whatever. And then he going to say, you want to try again? I was like, wait a minute. What? Okay. Do you still want a baby? I think she do, Pastor Troy. I don't think she just... So then he went from that to, you know, we can try again. We can get this thing popping. I can do a froggy style up in that thing. I'm like, I don't want to see no techniques, no positions you might try to do to make this happen for her. I don't want to see that. But he was all into it, and then she was all into it, and she was like, okay, you crazy. But anyway, so what does this mean? Where do we go from here? And I mean, he shut it all the way down. Well, you know I'm here for you. Anytime you call, I'm right there. Bam. But see, I got this tour, and you know, I just don't have enough time to be able to do a relationship with you. But you know, I got you. I got you. You know, I'm rocking with you, and you know, I'm still down with you. What the heck? This is not what she asked you. Basically, she was asking you, are you gonna be in a relationship with me or not? And you just beating around the bush, but you saying you still gonna be there. I'm like, damn, just give me a straight and narrow answer. Don't veer off and doing all this other stuff. Damn, I hate when dudes do that. Tell me the real. Like, I'm coming to you with some realness. You tell me back realness. Not this, oh, I'm down with you. You know, we can make it happen. I can give you that baby. But right now, basically, I can't be in a committed relationship. Because, you know, I'm going to be doing tours and stuff like this. And I'm like, okay. Whatever, Pastor Troy. Whatever. So she was like, okay, you know, you right, I need to be with somebody who's gonna give me time. Yeah, you need to be with someone who's gonna give you time, you know, you deserve that. But I'm still here, you know, I'm one phone call away like Chingy. But okay, that's all I gotta say about this situation, because I'm like just totally done with Pastor Joy and his jumping froggy style into something. And then he gonna have another say, I'm not into titles. So what the hell are you in then? You just wanna dip, dab, and leave? Okay, I see how you want to do. Alright, I'm moving on from that situation. So then we get to Melissa. She's a new little person on the show, and she's been invited to go do a workout with Bree, since you know Emily, she's back in Dallas, and so Bree needs somebody to hang out with while she's in ATL. So they gave her Melissa. So Melissa comes to find out she's a runway model or whatever, and I was like, oh, girl, gonna get your coin, girl, do that runway. So then we get from there, they working out, and you know, she was telling us her whole background story and how she's gonna be doing another show in Tokyo and this and that, but while she's on break, she don't have no friends. I mean, isn't that always a storyline when they bring somebody new on the show? I just moved here, I don't have no friends. Okay, well, I got some friends you can meet. And she was like, okay, you know, that'd be nice and stuff like that. And she goes to say the different girls and stuff like that, and she was like, do I have to worry about some drama? Yeah, you do, because these girls are crazy, just like your average size women. Okay, they just bona fide crazy. So then we get off that, we go to what is going on with my computer? It's so fickly. But okay, let me come back, y'all. Okay, so then we go to the twins and Dallas. Basically, they're having family time, and I thought it was so cute. Oh, I love the little baby. Is it Andre? I think it is Andre. He is so cute, and he's like, mommy, and stuff like that. So like I said, they was having family time. They did their thing. Then we come back. Andrea, I think it is. She telling us how her and Kristen had a fight and he done left. I'm like, well, damn. Didn't you just get to Dallas and he already leaving again? I can't take it. I can't and I won't. Alright. So then the sister, Amanda, she was like, look, you gonna be okay. You did it without him the first time. You damn sure gonna do it without him the second time. I got your back. Fam got your back. It is what it is. He ain't doing nothing with his life right about now, so don't worry about it. We got you. So she was like, I know, I just understand, but I just can't keep taking this no more. I can't be doing this by myself and all this and stuff. So then Papa, he's saying, look, you gonna be treated. You need to figure out if you really gonna be here for Andrea, because she needs somebody who's gonna be stable. Not you here for a minute, then when the baby come, you leaving like you did with little baby boy. I'm not gonna have that. Okay, not this time. Not this time. So you either stand for the long run or you dipping. Okay. So then we get to Miss Juicy, Money, and Bree. They're going shopping for the bike week, trying to get some gear and all this and that. So then Money was like, who going to Myrtle Beach? Or was it, I think it was Bree or Money, I forgot, but I want to say it was Bree probably. Well, whoever, they said, who going to Myrtle Beach? We need to know this stuff. And she was like, well, I invited the twins, y'all, blah, blah, blah. Then I think Money was like, is Minnie coming? She was like, yeah, I invited her. You know, I'm not going to be that of a bitch. I'm going to invite her. So she was like, but she might have a little surprise on the way. And we, of course, come to that from surprise. She done filed. I'll get on that later. And it was like, okay, Money was like, she might find her little man in Myrtle, at Myrtle Beach. And she was like, I hope so, because then she can really get knocked up. I'm like, how? Now that was a low blow. That was really a low blow. I was like, okay. So then we get from there, we get to the twins. They baby shopping. So Amanda, she asked about Chris, and Andrea, she just told him how he just walked out. It's not the point that he left her. It was the point that he walked out, didn't say where he was going, and call and do anything. That was her problem with the issue. So she was like, have you heard from him? And Andrea was like, yeah, I did. I heard from him. And she was like, yeah, he's on his way. What? On his way? What? Damn. Okay. So he came in there with no care in the world. He's talking about some, what's up? I don't get a hug. I don't get no kiss. No, you don't get no. This would have been me. No, you don't get no kiss. Where have you been? You know, I was at my mom's house. You know, I had to get away. Well, you could at least told me where you were going. You did not do that. And I'm had it up to here with that. So they going a little back and forth. You know I'm not going to leave you. I'm not going to do. How do I supposed to know that? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, stop with this foolery. I'm with her sister. He a cheater. He always going to be a cheater. I mean, was he a cheater? I'm getting too ahead of myself. Was he a cheater, y'all? I can't even remember. Damn. Anyway, whatever he doing, he probably always gonna do. I don't know why he's running away from his problems, because come on now, just step up. If you can't step up and be the man she needs in her life, let her go. As well as Andre. If you know he can't be a man, not Andrea, my bad girl. If you know he can't be no man for you and a proper father for his son, kick his butt to the curb. Because I'm tired of women getting done so wrong by these men. They lay up with these men. These men lay up with these women. Then you don't take damn responsibility. Like, damn, you sat there and made it. Take responsibility. Damn, that little boy, he done been through a lot. Chris, I'm going to need you to step it up. I'm with Daddy-O. Step it up or get to stepping. One or the other. Okay? So then we get off that because I can't. So then we get to Emily, Bree, and Minnie. Bree and Minnie, they FaceTime Emily, you know, trying to see how she's doing and stuff like that. Come to find out, baby boy gotta have surgery because he can't breathe. His airways are not open up to where they can, you know, he can breathe properly. And it was a sad, emotional moment. And I definitely send my prayers out to you, Emily, you know, because I don't have a child, but just looking on your face, it was just very, you know, heartbreaking. And then we had Bree crying because, you know, she know how her friend felt, and it was just very emotional. Okay, so then we get to the twins. They're getting ready to leave to go back to the ATL because, you know, Andrea, she's about to look like she about to pop, y'all. I'm telling these little women, boy. Woo! So she said her health care is in Atlanta, so she got to go back. But when everything gets situated, she bringing her baby boy out there with her. I was like, okay, yes, give your parents a break now. But I know they love your little baby. They love their grandson, so. And that was another emotional moment. Daddy, it was so cute. What was it? Andrea and Chris, they was, you know, packing up and stuff, and they was asking their little baby boy, "Are you ready to have a sister?" He like, "Nope." I thought that was so cute. And then towards the end, you know, he started crying or whatever when he saw them getting into the van. And Papa, you know, Grandpa, he was like, "Blow him a kiss, blow him a kiss." He was like, "Nope." I was like, these kids nowadays, they know, no, she leaving me. She leaving me. You just can't come in and leave me, you know. I just thought it was a cute moment. So then we get the Mama Bell and Minnie. So, ooh, let me take a breath because let me take a breather. Okay. So, Minnie, she getting out the car. She headed in the house. Her mama goes and says, or tells her, she got to knock on the door. And the officer was asking her, "Do you know?" I forgot. I think it was Charlene or something like that. And she was like, "Who?" And he said again, "Who?" And he said again, "Who?" Oh, that's that damn Miss Juicy. Come to find out, Miss Juicy done put a restraining order out on Mama Bell. And she was like, "This girl, this ever don't put." I told you she was evil. I told you. So Minnie looking through the documents and stuff. Is she serious? All you did was throw some wings on her. Is she serious? And then here go Mama Bell. If I have to take off of work, I'm gonna punch her in her face. Excuse me. This is why you have the restraining order, lady. You assaulted her the first time, maybe not with your hands, but you had an object of something and threw it on her. And then Minnie gonna say, "Is she feeling threatened because you're average size?" I don't think average, small, teeny tot, it don't matter. And I'm with whatchamacallit on this. Disrespect is disrespect. Okay? Your mama did not have to. First of all, she shouldn't have even came with you. It was a conversation between y'all two. Y'all are two grown adults. But anyway, that's the number one. And she didn't have to pick up no chicken and throw it on her. It wasn't even that serious. You could just been like, "Look, you know what? I'm not even gonna deal with it. Minnie, come on, cause I can't even talk to her." You know, something like to that effect. And it's just, Mama Bell just too much. She is too much. And then Minnie gonna say, "Well, Juicy did invite me to Myrtle Beach, but I don't know if I'm going." "Oh, you going. You going. You are going. You going to Myrtle Beach." I'm like, wait a minute. Why are you acting like this? She don't want to go to Myrtle Beach. She don't have to go. You going. And you know what? You need to check her too. You need to check her. Because it don't have the silentness. You need to tell her what it is is. I'm going to need you to sit your down somewhere and comment all the way down. Okay? Because once again, you put yourself in an A-B situation. So you want to be seen in that situation. Yes, I know. That's your door. You gonna go hard. My mama go hard for me. But she knows when to go hard. Okay? I mean, clearly. Minnie keeps putting herself in these situations. Once again, she didn't even tell you about this. You had to find out from TMZ about some about her being pregnant or something like that. And then she's gonna say, "Oh, I had a miscarriage," and all that. Come on, mama. Come on. Let's calm it down. Let's be civilized. Alright. So I just came with her. So that was that scene. So yeah. So now everybody heading to Myrtle Beach. Minnie and Amanda, they're going in one car and the other girls are going in the other. So Minnie goes over there to ride with Amanda. They roll out, of course, say bye to her sister because she can't go. She look like I said, she about to pop. So she don't need to be making no sudden moves. She need to be right there. So when time come, hospital, let's go. We can't be stuck down here. And so yes, stay home, boo. Stay home. So then we got what's her name? Money, Bree, the new girl, Melissa, and we got Miss Juicy Baby. They riding on down there. They're the first ones to get there, and they having, you know, gossip in the car. Juicy goes and say, well, she done put a restraining order out on Minnie Mama, and they're like, what it done got that serious? Yes, it done got that serious. I'm gonna teach her a lesson, blah blah blah. Then we got in the other car, Minnie telling Amanda, girl, you know this girl done put a restraining order out on my mama, blah blah blah, this and that. I'm like, this when will it stop? So then we get to South Carolina. Who we got? Juicy and her little crew. They get there first. They pick their rooms. They do all that stuff like that. Then they huddle around, because at first Juicy didn't like what she seen. She was like, this is okay, well, I guess I can work with it. Yeah, that's probably all your funds could afford at the damn time. This is, well, so then we go to can't take it with these ATL little women. They too much. They are too much. Then they go upstairs and they, you know, huddle around, talk, saying, do you think Minnie gonna come? You know, since you can put that restraining order out on her mom. And Monty was like, oh, she gonna come because you messing with her mama. And, you know, mess with fam, like I said, that's another story. That's another story. So she gonna come. And of course, just was like, she can come, you know, just don't bring her mama and we all cool. So finally Minnie and Amanda get there. They walk up the stairs. Amanda, she comes in first and she's like, hey, I see y'all started the party without us. And then here come Minnie behind her. Ugh. So then Juicy, she was like, no, you know, just waiting for y'all or whatever. So Minnie in her head was like, you know, I was gonna wait to talk to Juicy about this situation, but I can't. I just gotta get it out of my chest. I gotta do it. So Juicy, you put a restraining order out on my mama? And Juicy's like, yeah. Why you do that? You know she got a good job. What the hell? That got to do with anything. She has a good job. She should have been thinking about that before she let her anger get the best of her. That's why I try not to put, and I know I have a bad temper, so that's why I try not to put myself in situations like that. You know, I'm trying to digress and stuff like that. But she got a good job and all this. Okay, and according to Juicy was doing the same. And your point is, she needs to learn. She just can't go around throwing chicken everywhere. And she was like, she just threw some chicken on you. The plate didn't even hit you. This and that. So then they leave from that. They said to be continued. So I don't know what's going to happen on it. Well, they did show a little preview. But at the end of the day, mama was wrong. I know how tempers can flare, but you didn't have to throw chicken on it. And then just with this, you don't know me, I don't discriminate. Ugh. Like, sit down, take a chill pill, and let your daughter be a grown up and handle her own situation. She putting herself in these situations to make people question her. Like, really? Okay, are you? And stuff like that. So I'm just over it. But honeybee, I hope you enjoyed this, girl. You know, I did what I could with what they gave me. But y'all tell me what y'all thought about the commentaries. Tell me what y'all thought about tell me what you think about Mama Bell and her doing all this unnecessariness. Like, do you think she was in the right, the wrong? I'm just over her completely. But she giving me something to talk about because she just acting crazy. She just acting crazy. But anyway, I love y'all. Y'all take care. Peace. Yes, that is the track. Yes, do it. And then Lil Nas been like, yes, this is an all-around track. Club, radio, everything. Yes, I like it. I didn't really like it too much, but to each his own. That's all I can say about that.